Hello and good evening. The News Minute is coming to you with the latest updates from South India. Let me start with Tamil Nadu. We know that MK Alagiri, the ousted DMK leader, today met his mother Dayalu Amma in the Gopalapuram residence, and following that, speaking to the media, he had said that he is considering launching a new party, and on January 3rd, after meeting his supporters, he will decide whether or not to launch his own political outfit. He further stated that he will be meeting superstar Rajinikanth as soon as the latter arrives in Chennai, as his shooting has already been stalled because of the COVID-19 pandemic, where over 4 people were affected on his sets in Hyderabad. So the ousted DMK leader MK Alagiri has said that there is the possibility that he will meet Rajinikanth as soon as the latter comes back to Chennai. In other news, in Chennai, we know that the garbage collection fee that had originally been announced by the Chennai Corporation has been rolled back after opposition from resident groups, from trade associations and from the opposition. In fact, MK Stalin had said that the collection of such a fee is undemocratic and that it was not practical for them to be collecting such a fee. The corporation announced that they will be rolling back this fee after they received responses from several groups stating that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, such a fee should not first of all be levied from the people of Chennai city. Moving on to Karnataka, the first piece of news, of course, is the big U-turn, or should I say a circle, by the Karnataka government, which has come back to square one and said that they are withdrawing an order that was issued on Wednesday that imposed a night curfew in the state from December 24th to January 2nd. In a fresh statement issued on Thursday, the government said, and I quote, "After receiving feedback from the state that a night curfew is not needed, and after discussing the decision with senior officials, it was decided to withdraw the night curfew." The government further added the public should prevent the spread of the virus by self-imposing regulations, wearing masks, maintaining distance, avoiding unnecessary travel, and maintaining strict adherence to government-imposed COVID-19 control rules. This is what the government said in a statement on Thursday. The next piece of news from Karnataka is that KPCC President D.K. Shivakumar has said that he would maintain his cordial relationship with JDS's H.D. Kumarasamy, who was second in command. In response to a question, Shivakumar said that he has to overcome any negative feelings for Kumarasamy irrespective of the scenario, as he considers the JDS leader his friend. This comes even as a war of words between the two leaders, Congress and JDS, continues after the collapse of the coalition government. Former CM Siddaramaiah and Kumarasamy have engaged in several blame games, exchanging accusations about who was responsible for the collapse, etc. But Shivakumar's statement saying that this friendship with Kumarasamy is still seen as politically tricky. Moving on to Kerala now. Kerala has importantly announced that colleges and universities in the state, including professional colleges, will be reopened from January 4. They will function at 50% strength on a rotation basis as per an order from the Higher Education Department, and this includes law, music, fine arts, physical education, polytechnic colleges, and classes will initially start only for 5th and 6th semester degree students, besides all postgraduate students and research scholars. So the college will function between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Saturdays will also be working days as per the order. The next piece of news from Kerala is, of course, that the cabinet has decided to approach Governor Arif Muhammad Khan with a recommendation to hold an assembly session for discussing and passing a resolution against the contentious farm laws which have been brought about by the union government. Speaking at the press meet, we had Pinarayi Vijayan say that the protests of the farmers are still continuing and the issue should be considered as an emergency. The union government had faced a lot of flack for cancelling the cancelling the winter session of the parliament over the COVID-19 pandemic. A recommendation was earlier given to the governor by the Kerala government for holding an assembly session on December 23rd, but it was not approved, and the cabinet has now decided again to recommend to the governor to call the 21st session of the 14th Kerala Assembly on December 31st, is what Pinarayi Vijayan has told the media. Moving on now to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, a 22-year-old woman suffered severe burn injuries in an acid attack in Telangana's Jagtial district on Wednesday evening. An unidentified man wearing a helmet attacked the woman with acid and fled the scene. The accused is yet to be nabbed and the motive is not known as of yet. The woman was however rushed by bystanders to the hospital and is immediately out of danger. The investigation is being done by the superintendent of police himself, and the survivor has been identified as Bukhya Swadi, a resident of Timmapur Tanda of the district. And final piece of news, of course, coming in from Telangana and AP is that the Enforcement Directorate on Thursday attached properties worth rupees 4,109 crore of the Agri Gold Group of companies in a Ponzi scheme fraud case worth rupees 6,380 crore. The Financial Probing Agencies has arrested 3 promoters of the group on Wednesday. So these are the updates as far as South India is concerned. Do log on to our website www.thenewsminute.com for any further news that you want to read. We also have longer forms of journalism and reports. And for now, this is Priyanka Thirumurthy reporting from Chennai for the News Minute.